Hello Virgo, how are you? Welcome to your March 2017 love reading. So I'm doing a little bit of a different format for those of you who are following. I normally do a love and general reading in the same spread, but this month I've decided to extend the love reading to be longer and a little bit more in depth, and doing a separate general for those of you who are interested, and they'll be posted as two separate videos. So I just think it's better, and I think it will offer people who are more interested in one topic over the other a little bit more clarity. So let me go ahead and begin, Virgo, for your love reading. Sorry. Okay, Virgo. Here we go. Your love energies for March 2017. Okay, the Magician. 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords reverse, Queen of Wands, the Empress, 5 of Cups, and the Tower. Okay, make sure you can see all these. All right, so the angle is a little bit different every month. Sorry, trying to work out my setup as best as I can. So the Magician in the center, a sense of self-empowerment, inspiration, feeling strong, feeling even a level of intensity. Okay, I'm wondering if for some of you, and I'm going to try to speak in terms of a relationship and being single. Okay, I feel that there is someone, all right, very specifically Queen of Wands coming out, your partner or the person that you have interest in. You're coming out, Virgo, as the Empress here. What's interesting is I feel like there's a little bit of confusion about how this person feels about you. Obviously, if it's your significant other and you are in a relationship, obviously that person loves you, but they could be giving off a little bit of a cold shoulder, giving off maybe some mixed signals, some confusing vibes. And I'm kind of even sensing that you might be feeling that they are in some way tricking you or fooling you, or that there's something fake about what's going on. You're an Empress. You seem to be very intuitive. Okay, Virgo, you are in general. And you are picking up something. I don't know why I'm seeing this 10 of Pentacles more as a potential or a perception, because these swords that are illusions, perceptions, ideas, all sort of pointing up toward this 10 of Pentacles, that there is substance to your relationship, that there is substance to your connection. It's not fake, really, but maybe they are being fake, or they are giving off mixed signals, or they are trying to confuse you. Maybe not intentionally, but they are. And while you feel there's substance, it's almost as though that feeling of substance, or that facade, or that illusion of substance is sort of driving you crazy, because it's almost as though it hasn't formulated, or it hasn't actualized. And I'm sensing a lot of frustration with the 9 of Swords here. Frustration about that Ten of Pentacles specifically. For those of you who are single and this is someone that you're interested in, it is the illusion that you could have everything. The idea that you could have everything. You could fall in love, be in love, have a relationship, have a family, have a marriage, have everything that you want. Okay? But yet this person is still distant. They are still sort of sending off, like I say, those mixed signals, causing... I don't like Five of Wands. It is out of passion, you know, it is, but yet it is immature. It's the arguing and the tension and the ambiguous conversation and, you know, like I say, those mixed signals and those things that you are having a very difficult time interpreting. And I'm sort of sensing that your intuition is quite off, that you are not as in tune as I know you would like to be because of this Nine of Swords. There's a sense of giving, and I feel that you are the one giving much to them. You are expending energy, expending resources. Whether there's a traveling situation, you're the one going to them. You're the one contacting them. And they kind of are just selfishly taking it without giving it back to you. But you're doing it for the sake of this Ten of Pentacles. You're doing it for the sake of hopefully having everything. I don't like seeing the Five of Cups between the two of you like this. I don't know why the words getting left behind are coming to my mind. You maybe are feeling left behind. You maybe are feeling forgotten or left out of something. And that could be a part of this person's mixed signals, that you are... It's like a pregnant woman sitting on a pillow. You know, she can't really go out to the party. She can't really go out and have fun and go drinking and, you know, and I'm not saying that pregnant women are, you know, completely immobile and incapable of doing anything. Certainly not the case. But, you know, at a certain point, it's kind of that image of a pregnant woman sitting on a pillow. And this person going off, and while remaining committed, while remaining connected, because she too is also sitting, and this is indicative of your partner, sitting and not mobile, but at the same time looking in the opposite direction, and feeling like there's a sense of boredom here. Boredom with the stability, boredom with the staying in. If you are in a relationship where you're kind of staying in a lot, doing takeout, movies, Netflix binges, whatever, this person is getting antsy, and something's bound to happen, okay? I don't know exactly what this is. And like I said, I am going to be pulling more cards specifically for the love reading. So I'm going to do a whole other layer of cards. This is, hopefully we'll get more information about what it is, but it's an emotionally intense thing, whether it is a conversation, whether it's a threat of some kind. You know, this person's boredom, I think, is getting in their own way. They are getting in their own way. You are giving a lot, but at the same time, they want more than just this. But it's weird because this is everything. And yet I see some emotional detachment. They want, again, the word adventure is coming to my mind. So while they are staying in, and while they may be a committed partner, or if you aren't in a relationship, it could be someone that, you know, keeps you in their life but hasn't really pulled the trigger, or who hasn't really expressed the way they feel. It can be a really frustrating place to be in. You have been very patient, you have been very mature, very calm, and for some reason they don't seem to be really giving that to you. I'm sensing that you're wishing for these things from the past. Maybe there was a moment where you had a couple of really great dates. If you're single, this is someone you like. A couple of really great dates, and then all of a sudden they kind of just moved on. They moved on without you, and that's like that left behind or feeling left out part that I was talking about. If you're in a relationship, you are thinking about, again, the better days, or the times when things were more simple, things were less complicated, and you feeling a little bit of a burden because maybe in your mind you have all of this, or you have the potential to have all of this, and yet you feel that that's not enough for this person. What more does this person want? This person is continually taking, it's continually asking for more, but what's going to make them happy? What's going to satisfy them? Why are they detached? What is it that's going on in their mind, that's going on in their heart, that is feeling a void? Okay? Again, that essence of an illusion. There may be a whole bunch of assumptions going on and not a lot of conversation. If you are experiencing some conflict in your relationship, or tension between you and someone else, it's all based on assumptions. And I think that you don't truly understand what it is, where this person's mind is at. You may think you do, but like I said in the beginning, your intuition is skewed. It's a little bit out of whack because of this Nine of Swords that is projecting everything that could be, or everything that should be, as opposed to an acceptance of what is. And Virgo, you do have very high expectations normally, right? I'm Virgo too, I can say that. We do have high expectations of others. We have exceptionally high expectations of ourselves. So when we project this idea of everything, suddenly this person is kind of out the door, or their mind sort of checks out. And in your effort to have this, you continually give and give and give, but they're not reciprocating, causing additional tension and additional confusion. Because in your mind, for some reason, you feel that they should want the same thing. But they don't. There's something else. I don't know what it is, but there's something else that their heart desires, something. And it's not that they don't want you. It's not they don't love you if you're married. Obviously they do. But there's another void, another area of their life that is not being satisfied, okay? And it's important for you to remember that you cannot, we, human, I had a conversation about this on Instagram where, I posted something silly like, wouldn't it be so much better if all we had to do was find the key to our lover's heart, and then we would know exactly how to love them. We would have all their secrets and everything. And someone posted, and she and I communicate a lot back and forth on Instagram, and she's like, yes, but the romantic relationships are one of the only relationships in our whole life that we are expected to be everything to someone. And Virgo, you need to accept that you cannot be everything to someone, just like they cannot be everything to you. This one person cannot fulfill every need and every desire that you have. And that's despite your desire that they can, or that they will. That might be a little controversial. I might get some comments about that. But but yeah, I mean, in reality, and people fluctuate, right? We all have planets moving in and out of our charts, and Saturn's moving here and Mars is here, and it's different for two people. So for two different people, we have two different charts, and they might not always align and be working perfectly in sync all the time. There's something going on with your partner that has, I think, very little to do with you. They may be fearful of the expectation that you're projecting, for sure. So let's pull out more cards and hopefully get a little bit more information about what this Tower is, this momentous thing that's inevitably going to come. It doesn't have to be scary, but it can be challenging sometimes, especially if you are in a committed relationship. Not saying it's a breakup, but something that could even be external, right? Someone gets fired, or someone has an opportunity to move to a new city that they've been dying to, or, you know, just something, and it's usually emotional, okay? So Virgo, here we go. And remember, this is all going to be love, and I'm going to be doing general in a totally separate video. So if you want to see your career and finance and all of that, please check that out. Whoops. Okay. Additional love energies. Yes, patience. Patience and strength, and, you know, the Five of Wands coming out as this beast. And I always say this, well, not always, but I often say it with this, that the strength, the strength card is a woman controlling a lion with her mind. And sometimes it takes a great deal of willpower and a great deal of mental strength to really overpower and overcome the stressors in our life. If your partner is causing stress, this is between you two as well. The two fives. Fives are tough. Fives are not the most loving, beautiful, I love you, rainbows in the sky. They are hardships and things that must be dealt with and worked through before you can continue, right? Because the fives and the sevens in tarot are the more challenging numbers. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Reverse page. Virgo, it may be required of you to extend an opportunity for communication. It might be your responsibility to do that. And I know we can be stubborn. Earth signs are. You can be stubborn. You can be... You can even feel entitled, like, no, I've given them so much, I've done so much, they should come to me, they should do something to me. Well, Virgo, you're dealing with someone that is drifting. Now, your husband or your wife, they might not be, you know, emotionally drifting, but their mind is thinking of other things. And like I said, there's a little bit of a sense of dissatisfaction there. So just keep that in mind. And it's not something that you can fulfill, okay? They must do this on their own. It must be something that they take control of and they fix in their own life. Virgo, you cannot fix everything. And I know you like to, I know we try, but you cannot be the solver of the world's problems. And your world could be a person. If you are just interested in someone and this is someone that you're dating or had a couple dates with and you really like them and it maybe kind of fell apart, well, if they've drifted off, they're dealing with something that you don't know and you don't understand. So please don't assume that it's you, and don't project back onto yourself that you are not good enough, pretty enough, smart enough, interesting enough, blah, 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 blah. All these things that we say that's negative feedback. You are notorious for that, and I've said it before. I feel like I say it every month. We're notorious for negative feedback about ourselves. And there's no need for that. You're a beautiful, amazing person. You have a lot to offer. Okay? So don't allow this person's distance to dictate how you feel about yourself. You're losing maybe focus and losing sight, really, maybe of what this is. Maybe the idea has become more important than the actualization of it. And maybe you are clinging more to the idea rather than the reality of it. That, you know, you may be so focused on attaining that 10 of Pentacles that you, again, that's why you're giving. You're giving for the sake of getting, but this person isn't giving to you, and they are kind of the key for you to do this. Well, it needs to stop. It needs to come to a point of completion, and we have the World there. It needs to come full circle, and I think maybe this month, in March, you may feel a sense of closure, that you maybe don't want to give so much anymore, and you start, you know, putting weight and energy back onto yourself and saying, if you want it, it's here, but you need to tell me that you want it. I'm not just going to give to you. I'm not just going to reach out to you. I'm not just going to be available to you 100% just because you want me to. You need to tell me that you want me. You need to tell me that I'm special enough to keep around in your life and that you want me to be in your life. I will be there, but you need to tell me that you want me there. Okay, some of you may be pulling back and stopping giving at a certain point. You just, and it's not even an angry, you know, enough is enough. It's not this distasteful situation. It's just you coming to terms with your strategy is not getting the results that you want. So you change that strategy. You shift your focus. You transition. Plain and simple. Some of you may, if this is someone that you are just dating or have been interested in and something hasn't really formulated, you may be letting go. Very positive experience. I love this sun coming out. It's a very positive omen that, one, you're doing the right thing, and two, you'll be a lot happier for it. If you're in a marriage, in a long-term relationship, obviously you're not, I'm not seeing divorce or anything like that, but you know, there's going to be an allowance for you, or you are going to allow this person flexibility and freedom to fulfill whatever it is that they need to take care of, whatever it is that they want and need and desire in their own life. You know, I think you tackle this Nine of Swords. You may indulge in it for a while. Remember, it's a short-term reading. You may indulge in this for a while. This is you. This is them. Also your energy, and I'll explain. If you reach out, if you extend communication, and, you know, like I said, if you talk about why this is happening, all this drama, this Five of Wands, Five of Cups business, and again, you're operating off of assumptions here. I think they will be more than happy to talk to you back. They will be more than happy to explain or divulge information or to let you in. You know, I don't see that this person is a totally closed book. You just have to ask the right questions. They will talk to you, they will indulge you, and they will allow you to understand where they're coming from, but you have to be the one to ask. Not in a confrontational way. Page of Pentacles, it's very, you know, eloquent and very, you know, anti-confrontational. So you open that door and they will be more than willing to appease you and tell you what's going on. You must be non-judgmental. You must allow them space, as well as your energy. You powering through, recognizing this for what it is, that yes, you may be over projecting, that yes, you may be trying too hard to get someone to do something that you think you want or that you think you need, but taking that realization, actualizing that it's just in your mind, and deciding to take it one day at a time, one step at a time, no pressure, allowing things to just unfold organically and naturally. Now, because you have released yourself from this perception or from this idea of having everything with someone and, getting all your needs or having all your needs fulfilled by a single person, you then are forced to look within yourself and say, I need to start fulfilling my own needs myself, because I cannot rely on this person. I cannot and will not rely on this person to always fulfill everything in my life. Well, it's a process for you to do that. It's a big shift. And I see you feeling just a little bit lost and confused as to how to do that. But all in all, you have a wand in your hand, just like you have here. And that single wand that you are holding in your hand, I often equate to the Ace of Wands, the single wand of opportunity and passion and new direction. And it is in your control. You are the one giving that Ace of Wands to yourself. So your partner, your person that you're interested in, they'll fluctuate in and out, or obviously if it's your husband or wife, they'll be there, but their importance to you may shift. It may transform a little bit, but I feel that there's a sense of liberation from, whatever it is that you're hanging on to that's past. The past thoughts of those wonderful dates that you had together, and that maybe you overcomplicated thinking you were going to get married and have babies after date 3 or after the first time you slept together or whatever. And maybe for the first time in a very long time, you don't want to think about that. You don't want to project this idea of everything, because that's a lot of pressure on you as well. I sense a feeling of liberty. Interesting that the Fool is coming out with the Tower. I was hoping for more information of the Tower, and honestly, that is really more meant for you. This tower is the same tower that they live in. This, what do they say in corporate America? The ivory tower. It comes crashing down, and that idea of what it could be and should be and all of this is transformed for the better, I feel, for the better. You just will feel lighter and therefore more attractive. And therefore, you may have new opportunities to either participate in whatever this person has going on, whatever void it is that they're trying to fill and that they're trying to work out on their own. A new opportunity for you to be a part of that, or for you to have an opportunity to grow and do something else that you two are also very interested in. A lot of movement either way. You may feel a little bit roller coastery, right? An extreme of tension with this projection. Ooh, and then the release of that, which can be very dramatic sometimes as well. So, yeah. So that's it. I'm going to leave you with that, Virgo. Thank you so much. I hope you appreciated this new format that I'm doing. Please let me know in the comments below. And if you also wanted a daily reading, I do offer dailies on Instagram. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. See you next month. Bye.